So I know this is not the usual thing I do on the channel, but I wanted to put out my thoughts on both these trailers. Sadly, due to copyright issues and also issues trying to get that type of footage, I sadly won't be using any, but I will be using screenshots and stuff like that. So, yeah. In regards to the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer, it looked amazing. I am very much looking forward to this movie. Compared to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which was released, I don't remember, but basically it did what Ghostbusters 2016 could not. Also, I do like that they're taking notes from the Ghostbusters animated series, and they're using a different type of villain, which I didn't get a good look at them in the trailer, but it looked like a Frozen-themed devil, so it looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this movie. They're bringing back some of the original cast and adding some new ones. The only problem that I have right now is I hope that they don't overbloat the movie with all these other side characters that just don't fit in anywhere and all that. Because, I want every character to have, fit in and not just add them for the sake of adding them. It almost looks genuinely scary, and I love, some of these special effects. It looks almost like it gives me some Ghostbusters 1 vibes, and honestly, anything's better than the 2016 movie, I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, I think that, to be honest, the movie looks genuinely scary. Some of the special effects, and the fact that they're using a different villain for once, is actually pretty cool. And also, it's pretty much just, the only complaint is that I don't want them to overbloat the movie with all these extra side characters, which I've reiterated multiple times, but also I want there to be a little bit of something new, and that's what this movie is doing. I think where Ghostbusters Afterlife did pretty well because they kept some of the old stuff, used an older villain, but mixed in a lot more new stuff and shuffled the deck a little bit and all that. So I'm looking forward to this film. I'm hoping they'll reveal some more stuff in the few extra trailers. And I also love the addition of Cruel Summer from Karate Kid at the beginning of the trailer. It really made me smile. So yeah. Now, moving on to Inside Out, I really liked the first one. Moving on to Inside Out 2, from the trailer, you get a rough idea. They are using some unused concepts from the first one. From the trailer, not the trailer, but the poster, I did recognize, an unused concept. So this one might be more adult than the other one. But with Disney and Pixar's track record with Lightyear and stuff, I really hope they can do this justice, because lately some of their stuff, I don't mind the new emotions, Anxiety looks pretty cool. We didn't really get to see any other new emotions besides them, which is a little weird, but okay. But honestly, with Inside Out 2, I'm cautiously optimistic, because I really liked the first one. I liked a lot of Pixar's movies, like Toy Story and stuff like that. My thing is, just don't freaking... You don't have to make a sequel just cause, unless it is basically has good plot or good stuff. And I think, with Star Wars and a lot of different things with Disney lately, I just kind of I'm very worried for this film. I loved the first one to death. I think it was it was very relatable, and I really liked it and enjoyed it. But there wasn't many areas where I thought it was just dumb or stuff. It made sense. It was very cool, and there was a lot of genuine funny moments and stuff a few times. Especially one of the shorts with the dad. I thought that was kind of funny. I think it was the boyfriend short, I believe, but I don't remember. But I honestly think that with this movie, I hope that Pixar can get out of this ditch that they've dug themselves in. And I'm not saying that their films have been bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying lately, after Lightyear and after a lot of other stuff, they've kind of went dun 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 boom. And they've produced a lot of good stuff. So like Coco and a few other things, and that have done well streaming wise. But like a lot of them just haven't really clicked or resonated with a lot of people, myself included. Unlike some of their previous films, and I think that's where they really need to step up their game and really, like, I'm not saying they need to do better, like in a condescending way, like I know more than them. But I mean, like, they really need to get this one in the ballpark. They need to hit a home run, because if they don't hit a home run, it's just not going to end well. And especially if, like, I get there's a lot of problems where I also feel that might occur with this film. The movie theaters, like people not going to the movies unless it's like certain stuff. And with like how Pixar used to be, is like it could bring adults and kids to the film, not just kids. And I think that's been one thing that's pretty much dialed down Pixar lately, and it's been something that's worried me. And I really am cautiously optimistic for this film. I loved a lot of the characters. Anger was one of my favorites for obvious reasons. And I thought the arc was pretty neat with joy and sadness. And with these other emotions, I'm kind of like, I don't know where they might fit in. Anxiety is a little interesting. I don't know about the other ones. So it kind of goes into a more adult thing. But the thing is that it's a little weird because you don't see these other emotions in the parents' head, so it's a little confusing. But hey, when you're an adult, you really have the core four down, I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and say this movie is gonna be bad. I was a fan of the first one, so I'm looking forward to it, but I'm very cautious. The trailer didn't really reveal a whole lot, which I guess is good, but is also kind of bad because, like, you know, with marketing lately with Pixar and Disney, it's just been very eh. So I really don't know. But I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to both films. I give them both like a very high in my rating because we really haven't gotten anything this year. So yeah. So sorry for the difference in the content, but I just thought I'd give out my thoughts. I will say that Inside Out 2 does look like more of a relatable, more adult story, you know, with Riley being 16. And to all the teenagers and like young adults or just anyone in my audience that could get it, even the older folks know how that type of stuff is when you're like a young adult and all that stuff. So for me, I'm cautiously optimistic. It looks like a good film. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I give them both like a 6 or 5 in rating until I see more. But yeah.